So I've got this lab here for you guys today, and I'm going to show you guys how to utilize bitmap texturing in Adobe Animate. So how this works is we're going to import an image, and in this case we're going to import a seamless texture image, and we're going to repeat it a whole bunch of times, and we're going to have Adobe Animate do all of the work for us. This is a very simple lab. I just want you guys to learn about what texturing is, seamless texturing, and how it works and why we do it. So let's go ahead and start by importing the image. I want you guys to download the image file I have attached in the shell, and I'm going to File, Import, and I'm going to import this to the library. And I've got my image here, brick seamless Pixabay. That's a seamless texture from pixabay.com. And Pixabay is a free image website, copyright free. So this is totally fair use here to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to just really easily just start using the rectangle tool. I'm going to create my rectangle, and you'll notice nothing's happening. So what I can do is I'm going to delete that image, and I can use my fill or paint bucket tool, fill color tool I was going to call it, my paint bucket tool combined with my fill color, and we're going to be able to locate that image in our fill color now. It's going to be way down here next to the gradients. If I go all the way to the right of the gradients, I have my brick texture. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in. And now I've got my brick texture in there. Now, in order to make this repeat, I need to use my gradient transform tool. So under the free transform tool, just click and hold, select the gradient transform tool, and the keyboard shortcut for that is F. So now in order to repeat this, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to zoom out, and you'll see that the image is fairly large, so this blue outline is the size of the image. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scale this down. And you'll see, I'll zoom in now, and one more time, and you'll see, I need to actually, so I can grab the handle, this will start to texture itself and repeat the pattern over and over. Now a seamless texture, what that is it allows itself to repeat itself without being noticeably changing on the seam of the image. So you're not going to be able to notice that. Well, if there was like a dark line around, a dark outline around this entire image where this blue outline is, it wouldn't be seamless. The seam would be the black outline. In this case, you can't see the seam, so that's how you know it's a fairly good repeating seamless texture. Now, the reason why we use seamless textures in any type of animation project or game design, if you're doing some animations for a game, you use seamless textures because it saves memory on the computer, the video card, your RAM. You don't need to load that much information. So this is a smaller image now. Let's just say if I were to have an image that repeats itself, countless times throughout a video game level or in an animated film, and it's able to process it much more quickly by only having to repeat an image it already knows and has stored in the project file, it makes it much easier for the software and the computer and the hardware to run your animations, render in real time if it's a game, and so on and so forth. And this is really just an intro to what texturing is. So just like the gradient transform tool, we can rotate the texture, we can skew it, we can bring it inwards horizontally or outwards horizontally, same thing vertically. We can stretch it, the little down arrow. So we have a lot of freedom with this, and that is really the base concept of texturing and why I show this to you. The reason I show it to you so late is because I don't want you guys to be ripping images off the net and just overusing this technique, because then it's not very much of a learning experience for you guys on your side. So use this sparingly. I do not want you guys to go crazy with this with your finals. I just wanted to show you what texturing is in case you move forward in any other sort of animation or any type of course similar to this pressing forward. It's used in web design for background images that repeat. I've seen done before. Let me see. Video games are another one. Animated films, I've seen it. And really any type of art where it can repeat its pattern, I've seen before too. So it's used very, very frequently, this type of technique, and just don't overuse it in the future. And if you are doing this, I highly and strongly encourage you to create your own seamless textures. It can be difficult, but rewarding at the same time. And I hope you enjoyed this lab. It's a fun one. It can add a lot to your work that you do, and just don't get too carried away with it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have fun trying some different textures or whatever you guys want to do, and stay tuned for next time. Thanks for watching.